Call Lord Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Karkadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. I am not a member of Great Millstone, yet I have entered into their labors. Peace, mercy, and blessing to the sincere Akim and Akwaf who are fulfilling their lot wherever you may be. I didn't really have a plan. I just kind of overheard a conversation in passing, and it kind of, got me thinking and put me in the spirit. So I'll first read John chapter 14, verse 6. We'll go to 7, 6 and 7. Yahushua said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. If ye have known me, ye should have known my Father also. And from henceforth ye know him and have seen him. So the conversation I overheard was about the poison poker. Put that together. That is about to be mandatory. It's not yet, but it will be. And the growing sentiment, people are divided. So there's some that are just staunchly outside of the children of Israel, because we're the only ones that matter. But there you have not very many people are indifferent. Some are just like, I'm going to take it because I didn't put all this other stuff. And that was the conversation that they had. I didn't put everything else in my body. So, what's this going to hurt? And ignorance is bliss. It is. It truly is. Up until the point to where it's not. So you have those people and you have those who are staunchly against it, and they are able to see that something is rotten in Denmark, so to speak. But everything's rotten in Babylon. Rotten and rotting. And it got me to thinking. That's why I read these two precepts here, that people are looking for another way out. There are some folks that are looking for another way out. So, through the Spirit, maybe this title will be either you all in or you're not. But in addition to knowing the names of Yahweh, meaning he is, or he exists, Bahashem, in the name of Yahushai, whom you ignorantly refer to as Jesus. His name is the deliverer. He delivers, he saves. Next to that, having a good, healthy fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because there are many plagues. You really, man, there are so many plagues that he's put. I need to find. I know it's in the book of Samuel, but let's just. I can't think of which one it is though. He caused David to number the people. Oh man, I can't type. 2 Samuel chapter 24. So let's go there. And I kind of lost my train of thought looking for it. There we go. 2 Samuel chapter 24. All right. Okay, so let's read this. And again, the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel. He moved David against them to say, go and number Israel and Judah. Now we know that's going off. You're not to take a census of the people. But you see, the Lord's anger was kindled against Israel. He moved David against them to say, go and number the children of Israel and Judah. So you understand that, in the sense that basically there is no free will. You can maneuver your way through life thinking that you have choices, but at the end of the day, it all leads to the road of wherever the Lord has you to fulfill your portion of property of prophecy. Okay, so the king said to Joab, the captain of the host which was with him, go now through all the tribes of Israel, from Dan even to Beersheba, and number ye the people. Right. So Joab said, why you want to do that? We're not supposed to. But of course, David is the king. So that's a moot point in trying to argue with the king. So let's go down. You can read this on your own. You should read this on your own. Okay, so and Joab gave up this. Well, I'm at verse 9 right now. Joab gave up the sum of the number of the people unto the king, and their valiant man. Yeah, we got that. So he did the number. Okay, so let's keep. I want to get to the point, but I can't find. When David was upon morning, the Lord came unto the prophet Gad. Okay, there we go. So here we go, verse 11. David seer saying, go and say unto David, thus saith the Lord, I offer thee 3 things. Choose thee one of them, that I may do unto thee. So Gad came to David and told him and said unto him, shall 7 years of famine come unto thee in thy land? Or wilt thou flee 3 months before thine enemy, while they pursue thee? Or that there be 3 days pestilence in the land? Now advise and see what the answer I shall return to him that sent. And David said unto Gad, I am in great strait. Let us fall now into the hands of the Lord, for his mercies are great. And you see, King David understood that Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, or at this time it was just Yahweh, is a great and terrible power, yet he is just, yet he is merciful. But his love has conditions. We are to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments that he's given us. Can they save you? No. But if you love me, keep my commandments, is what he said. So their love has to have a standard. You just can't say, I love. Okay. So say for some of you parents out there, if you have ungrateful children who do whatever they want to do and say whatever they want to say, they don't obey the rules of your house. Yet they turn around and tell you, I love you. And you spend money on them, you feed them, you clothe them, you make sure they're taken care of, you protect them from things that they don't even see themselves. Yet they have no regard for you. But every day do they come in your room and tell you that they love you. How inclined are you to believe them? So how much more, you're not. So how much more the Heavenly Father with us as a people, downtrodden, lost, destroyed, and downright damn foolish. All right, so verse 14. We read 14, so verse 15. So the Lord sent a pestilence upon Israel from the morning even to the time appointed, and there died of the people from Dan even to Beersheba 70,000 men. 70,000 people died in a matter of 3 days. And when the angel stretched out his hand upon Jerusalem to destroy it, the Lord repented him of the evil and said to the angel that destroyed the people, it is enough. Stay now thy hand. And the angel of the Lord was by the threshing place of Arvana and the Jebusite. And David spake unto the Lord when he saw the angel that smote the people, and said, Lo, I have sinned, and I have done wickedly. But these sheep, what have they done? Let thine hand, I pray thee, be against me and against my father's house. Now that's a king. That's a noble act. Verse 18, and Gad came that day to David and said unto him, Go up, rear an altar unto the Lord in the threshing floor of the Aravana, the Jebusite. All right, so basically, that was the point I wanted to get out of that. So this is the power that we're serving. And we're understanding, I think the book of Malachi, if I'm not mistaken, says, I am the Lord, I change. Let's get that. I change not. It's either in Micah or it's in Malachi, but I'm banking on Malachi. Oh, okay. Or I'm just wrong altogether. Yeah, here we go. Malachi 3 and 6. For I am the Lord. I change not, therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Because if we had a fluctuating power, there would never be any standard for us to keep and to be saved. Even from the days of your father, ye are gone away from mine ordinances, and are currently doing that now, and have not kept them. Return unto me, and I will return unto you. Foot stomp on that. Return unto me, and I will return unto you. And ultimately, we know that Yahweh has to draw you. You know, He has to give you the spirit. He has to give you the spirit for you to return to Him. All right, saith the Lord of hosts, but ye said, wherein shall we return? So that's what I wanted to get right there. We understand that He is a great and terrible power, but a merciful power and a just power. And ours, He is our God. He's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And if you want to get the genealogy, type in GMS, seed of Abraham or seed of Jacob, because you can easily deduce you can easily deduce and you can decipher this, if the Spirit is working with you, that salvation is for us because we were given the law, statutes, and commandments. And we understand that according to Jeremiah 31 and 31, we can just go there, that the law of salvation is being beamed up in that time that we're at the height of Jacob's trouble, where everything is popping off and these nukes are going off and all the calamity that are in our mind, we can't even fathom the hell that is about to approach this place. But ultimately, salvation is being beamed up, escaping that, and having those laws written on our inward parts. What did I say? Jeremiah 31 and 31. Too far. All right, here we go. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel. With who? And with the house of Judah. So house meaning bloodline, family, tribes. Israel being the northern kingdom, Judah being the southern kingdom, Benjamin, Judah, and Levi. Not according to the covenant that I made with look at that personal pronoun, their fathers, in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, saith the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. Says what days? Those the unimaginable hell that we can't fathom. But in those days also, He said, His servants shall eat. And we'll get that next. In their inward parts, I will put my law in their inward parts. So that means we will never go off. If we don't go off, we can't be conquered. If we don't go off, we will not get kicked out of our land, which fits the prophecy perfectly about us dwelling in that land in safety forever, under Yahweh Shai on the throne of David. And write in their hearts, okay? And I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. And what that He's saying is every Israelite, because what are the prophets out there doing? Ultimately, what are the brothers who are doing videos and preaching the like doctrine of Great Millstone? What are they doing? Fishing for the elect. You think in the kingdom where, brothers are going to be out on the street corner fishing for the elect? No, they're going to know, because it'll be in our inward parts. And the rest of us, or the 2/3, will come back to the 1/3. And they will understand. They will be born righteous. So no more dying, no more funerals, no more sick kids, no more molested kids, no more metal in your water, no more spliced and hybrid fruit. You can't even leave fucking food alone under this devil. You can't even eat food. He's got to fuck with everything. No more of that when the kingdom has come. All the more reason we should be hastening praying. And praying for the Spirit to stand, because in the things that come with his return, according to Matthew the 24th chapter, marrying and giving in marriage, and false prophets arising, and Jacob's trouble, and the beast hating the whore and burning her with fire. All of that. That's not in Matthew the 24th chapter, by the way. That's in the book of Revelation. But we're going to have to see many more vexing things, and things are going to get worse. And it's going to get a hell of a lot worse and a hell of a lot more freakier. And you should be vexed. What did I say I was going to get after this? Goodness. Golly. Writing the laws in the inward part. Maybe if I go back and read it, I can kind of, I can jog my memory. Behold, the day to come, make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah, not according to the covenant I made with their fathers, in the days that took them by the hand out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break. Actually, let's go to Exodus, the 24th chapter. Boom. This is the covenant according to their fathers, because there are many covenants. There's a covenant that he made with the entire world in Genesis, that he would no longer flood the earth. But this is a covenant between the house of Israel and the house of Judah. And Moses came to the people, all the words of the Lord, came and told the people all the words of the Lord and all the judgments. And all the people answered with one voice and said, all the words of the Lord have said, we will do. Okay, so he presented his conditions, and the people said, yes, we will do it. Moses wrote all the words of the Lord and rose up early in the morning and built an altar under the hill, and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel. I'm going to skip down. And Moses took half the blood and put it in basins. So verse 6, and he sprinkled on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant and read it in the audience. He read the contract out. The Lord gave you stipulations. He read it out so everyone can hear. And the audience of the people. And they said, all that the Lord has said, we will do and be obedient. Boom. Sign here. You have signed the contract. We have entered into that covenant with Yahweh at this point. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people. Now you're signed, sealed, and delivered, and said, behold, the blood of the covenant which the Lord hath made with you concerning all these words. And let's see, 12 gates. So we're going to precept that as well. I can't remember what it is. Oh, come on. Don't do it. I spelled it wrong. 12. I don't remember how to spell 12. Goodness, because I never have to. All right. I'm going to cheat. I'm finna cheat. I did spell it right the first time. Man. Gates. Revelation 21 and 12. So, the precept that we're going to post to this, because it's been about us all along. So we got Old Testament right here. Here's the start of it. When he built the altar. Or verse 4, Exodus 24 and 4, right? According to the 12 tribes of Israel. And then you'll go to Revelations 21 and 12. And there's your New Testament. There's the end. There's the end all be all after all is said and done. And it's still talking about 12 tribes. Wait a minute. 21 and 12. This is easier. 21 and 12. Let's start at 9. And there came unto me one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials full of the 7 last plagues, and talked with me, saying, Come hither, I will show thee the bride, the Lamb's wife. And he carried me away in the spirit, a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God. Now, Christians will tell you that a city is just going to fall from the sky. They take the things that are supposed to be metaphorical and make them literal, and they make the things that are literal metaphorical, which is the epitome of that religion, is just confusion. Bass-ackwards confusion and lies. Verse 11. Having the glory of Yahweh, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as a crystal. So here's our point we're getting. And had a wall great and high, and 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Why are we still talking about the 12 tribes in Revelations? It's a rhetorical question, by the way. So, let's get 14. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And he talked with me and had a golden reed to measure the city and the gates thereof and the wall thereof. So, okay. And that's the point in that right there. So, Salaki, I kind of went all over the place, but I was just grabbing precepts as the Spirit led me. And the title is not going to be what I titled it, because I just kind of went off as the Spirit had me go. So, I don't know what to title it, but I pray that you were edified and that you follow those precepts. Write them down, know them, love them, cherish them, because there's nothing more important than this truth right now. There's nothing more important, and there's nothing more beautiful than this gospel, this new song that is being preached. Learn it, love it, preach it, teach it. Kwam Yasharala, Ababa.